One thing that I was very surprised though is like one day we came to the hotel very, very late and there were a lot of public soliciting females. I don't even know how to say it, but
saleswomen,
like a lot of pretty ladies, night ladies. I don't know.
Ladies of the night.
Ladies of the night.
Saco mis cadenas, basta de peleas. Aire no me queda, no me tiene penas.
Hello, welcome to another episode with Las Patronas. My name is Luz Corral, the credit expert, and
my name is Alicia Mayal, your real estate expert.
Yes, and today we have such an amazing topic that we wanted to talk to you guys about because exactly what she said before, we actually love our LGBTQ community and they give us so much love on our last Coming Out Story podcast that we want to give you some more. So yeah, let's take it away, Alicia.
Let's take it away. So we always wanted to go to Mexico City, the actual city, for Pride, and this year we finally got to do it.
Super excited. We actually went with two of our best friends and amazing travel buddies. Such an amazing experience. You get to really know people when you travel with them, when you live with them.
And you've traveled with Esteban before.
I have, but not with Carlos.
Yeah, I don't think we've traveled with Carlos before.
No.
Carlos is his husband.
But it was such an amazing trip. So our flight was supposed to be at 8 o'clock in the morning. And we were supposed to leave the house at 5:30 in the morning. So our friends came over and we were ready. But Alicia was running a little bit behind, like 10 minutes. Anyways, on our way over there, she wanted to go to the bathroom. And so did Esteban. So we made a stop before we crossed the border. Because we traveled from CBX.
Where's the CBX?
Yeah. In Tijuana.
You're right, it is.
So we made a pee stop that took us 20 minutes. Thank you very much.
That wasn't me.
And yeah, that was the issue. So
I had to pee really quick.
yeah, Esteban didn't. TMI.
Like, I know that we've done other trips going to CBX. So what you do is you go to San Diego and then for one, the flights are cheaper and also you find more direct flights. We live closer to Ontario Airport. Even if it costs more money, I love to just leave from Ontario because it's so much easier than LAX. We don't have to be in traffic. It was a hard trip because we woke up so early. I think we were up by 3 o'clock in the morning. We had to leave by 4, something crazy like that, to get there. And then we get there and we're flying Volaris and they're like the worst airline to ever fly with. And we get there and they're like, sorry, you missed the cutoff. We missed it by like 7 minutes. And they're like, you can't check in anymore. You're going to have to come on the next flight, which is at 4 p.m. So we're already in TJ. And like, like all of that rushing and being half asleep for nothing. The good thing is we turned it around like we always do. And we decided we go to the spa often out there and we just have like a good time and we have these restaurants that we like. So we're like, screw it. Let's just make the best of it.
We booked a session at a spa. Not like as nice as the one that we like to, but they didn't have any like last minute openings.
For 4 people.
And we went to the spa and then we took them to our favorite place to go eat. We had an amazing time, amazing conversations. It was actually really, really good.
Cevicheria nice.
You
gotta try it. It's so good. We do shots of mezcal and they give us the consomme. It's like this seafood broth. It's so good.
Delicious.
And then with the mezcal, they'll do it the way they're supposed to do it with the champulines. And if you don't know what those are, they're grasshoppers, right?
Yes.
Or the crickets.
Chapulines. It's grasshoppers. Delicious.
They give them to you with orange and tahini, and it's so cool. So we went there and just made the best of the day. All of us went and got a massage, which I love doing before a flight. Like I love doing that.
And luckily for us, Esteban's uncle lives literally 5 minutes away from the airport. So we were able to drop off Carlos's. And we were able to drop off all of our luggages at his house while we were having fun in TJ.
Because Volaris does not allow you to check your bags in until an hour before the flight. But when it's an international flight, you have to check it 2 hours before. It's like a whole circle.
But then again, everybody tells you something different. So it's very confusing. Nevertheless, we had an amazing time. Got back to the airport on time. We flew to Mexico. We got there so late. I think it was like 2:30 in the morning. I think some of us were extremely tired. Some of us were hangry and some of us had chorro. So
The crazy part about that too is that we were supposed to be there at 2, so we were supposed to have the whole day to sightsee. We already had plans, and that didn't work out. But I mean, it was cool because we got to do that in TJ.
Yes. And we had already prearranged a driver. So we had someone waiting for us at the airport. They took us to the hotel. And tell us about the hotel that we stayed at.
Oh my God, I love the hotel. I'm trying to remember the name right now.
Mondrian.
Oh yeah, it was the Mondrian. So they have a Mondrian. It's newer. It's fairly newer. We saw it on the Housewives, the Beverly Hills Housewives, right?
I think so.
Yeah, they're the ones that went there. And I was like, that's such a cool hotel. They have like a little art exhibit. They have some good restaurants there, a little coffee shop. And it's connected to the Andes, which is kind of cool too.
Yeah.
So we didn't even get to enjoy the hotel, which I wish we would have more, but we didn't even get to really do anything at the hotel. Every day we had plans.
So got to the hotel, got some rest, and
Much needed.
yes, we
We're
were
exhausted.
so tired. And then obviously it's like 2 hours ahead of time. So it was like if it was 4 o'clock in the morning over there, it was 2 o'clock in the morning over here, and you're already falling asleep. So
tired.
she needs some coffee. But anyway, so we stayed at this amazing hotel. The following day we did what?
That's when we did the sightseeing that we were supposed to do the first day, and we went to the museums. And we didn't get to go to the second museum. We only went to one.
Yes, we went to the museums.
So we went to the museum. What museum did we actually get to go to?
We went to El Castillo de Chapultepec.
Super nice, incredible pictures. We're going to post them on here so that you can see them on the podcast. Great history, beautiful architecture. I mean, definitely want to go there. And then we didn't end up going to the one across the street. What is that one? That one's an art museum, right?
The Jumex.
The Jumex one
Yeah,
is an
that
art.
one we're going to do it next time.
Yeah, and so we ended up going to another hotel. Was it the Sofitel?
Yeah, Sofitel.
And so we went there for drinks, and that is like the worst thing you can do. So when you travel, at least I've learned not to go hard on the first day. Like try to say that for like the last day or towards the middle or something. It was the first day we got there. We were all a little bit jet lagged still, and then we had drinks for a couple hours.
What was the name of that? Oh, the Sofitel, but then there's a rooftop, the best
Yeah.
rooftop in Mexico City, in my opinion.
Beautiful views.
Beautiful, right across from the El Ángel de la Independencia. So we were just excited to be there. I guess we haven't hung out in a minute, and we had a little too many drinks. And then after that, we said, why not? Let's go to the club. And we went to this gay club that was literally 3 minutes away from their
What was it
walking
called?
distance. I don't recall, but we were going to post them here.
Yes, we'll make sure to
And-
post it. It was a really fun club, but it was mostly men, of course.
And we were there till like, I want to say 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and then took an Uber back to the hotel the next day. I was fine, and Carlos was fine, but Esteban and Alicia were not okay.
No.
They were super hungover. We decided to go, because we stay in Condesa, so we walked to a coffee place. Alicia couldn't even get up. So only Carlos, Esteban, and myself made it, of which I ordered a soup. And it was the worst soup ever, which I have a picture and I'll post it here too. The broth was good though.
I would have liked it.
It was a sad soup, you know.
But it was a really nice
I'll
restaurant.
let you judge
It was
by
a
the
really,
picture.
It was a really nice like restaurant, no? That you guys went to? It was one of the
It
ones
was
I
a
wanted to
nice
go
cafe.
to. Yeah.
Yes. We got your food and you were already eating, and then got ready, and then we went somewhere else. Oh, we had the Luchas Libres.
Yes.
Oh my God. The Luchas Libres, Mexico City. Definitely something that you have to do at least once.
Yes.
It was so much fun. It was so ghetto in the most fun way.
Yeah.
Like, it was amazing.
Yeah.
And I think for us, we got very good sitting.
We got front seat tickets.
Yeah.
Second seat tickets.
Second.
Yeah.
And then the
Right
people
where
in
the
front
people
of us.
walk down, like as they're getting announced. So you get to see all the wrestlers walk down on the left to you, like
And
from
I
here
didn't know
distance.
that talking shit to the fighters was a thing. I didn't. So I got scared at the beginning. I thought someone was gonna fight or something, but no, that's the way it goes. Like, they start talking shit to each other. The public actually starts talking shit to the boxers, to the luchadores, and they had all kinds of luchadores. You know, it was men, women, and there were some small people. It was super entertaining. Something that I definitely think the kids will love if we go back and take them. Luchas Libres, 100%. You should go at least once in a lifetime.
Yeah, that was fun. It was very entertaining. And then like around there, we were just all exhausted because I was so hungover still. But there's like restaurants and bars, and like they just have like all this, you know, food stands and things like that. So it was
Then we
really
went
cool.
to a Chinese restaurant. Was it Chinese or Japanese?
It's Japanese.
Japanese, and then we walk home. Yeah, we walk
And
home.
that's a cool thing. A lot of people think when you go to Mexico, you can't walk around. We were in the area that she said Condesa. There's also Polanco. There's a lot of areas that you can walk around and it's perfectly safe.
One thing that I was very surprised though is like one day we came to the hotel very, very late, and there were a lot of public soliciting females. I don't even know how to say it, but
Saleswomen?
you know, like a lot of pretty ladies, night ladies. I don't know.
Ladies
how you
of
call
the
it.
night?
Ladies of the night. I mean, they were pretty. You know, you
Yeah.
saw some of them were like, damn.
But the ones that were in Condesa were actually trans. There was different areas that had different for what you different choices.
and it was literally in front of our hotel. So
Yes.
it was pretty shocking. I didn't expect that at all.
I mean, the first night we got there was a lady of the night that was coming out of the elevator at 2:00 in the morning.
we didn't know she was a lady of the night, but one of our friends was like, "Oh, that's definitely a lady of the night."
Well, yeah, because I was like, oh, maybe we should go have a drink somewhere. If she's leaving, it means something has to be open.
And nothing was open.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
maybe we just, I don't know, missed that.
I think so. The next
Nothing
day,
good happens past 2 a.m.
the next day, we actually got ready and went to finally Pride.
Yes.
Yeah, and Pride was so much fun. I've been to Mexico multiple times, and I've never felt this connected to my roots until that day. And obviously, it was because a lot of our community was there, and everybody was marching and having a great time and everything. It was such an amazing experience. From what I've heard and I read, over 4 million people that go to Pride Mexico City. So if you haven't been, whether you are part of our community or just an ally, I recommend it.
There's tons of beautiful like outfits and artistic stuff. People go all out. I had a great time.
It was amazing. It was Pride, definitely different than what we experience here.
Definitely. And then
Right?
so many more people.
So many more.
So yeah.
Yeah, so-
and then you get these, some of the architecture and like the statue del ángel, así se llama?
El Ángel de la Independencia.
Yeah, the Angel of Independence. So that alone is so beautiful, and everybody was around that area. They have floats. I know one of the gals that lives there said that they weren't going to have floats, but they definitely did, and it was a lot of people, and just creating that vibe. I loved it. My friend, someone that we know, told us about an event, a drag show that's very like on the like only if you're there you really know, and it was a lot of fun. Except for the smoking in Mexico, people are allowed to smoke inside of bars, and oh my god,
It's a LGBTQ event that happens inside El Pez. It's a restaurant
it's
right
called
there.
La Sirenita,
El
the Little Mermaid.
Sirenito. El
No.
Sirenito.
Isn't
yeah.
it La Sirenita?
No, El Sirenito.
Are you sure?
100%. And it was called El Sirenito, and they have tons of performances, music, and like you said, the music was amazing. The spot we got wasn't that amazing. We were by the restroom because we didn't have reservations. But
And then they gave us reservations with a tip, but then they told us to pretend we were somebody else.
yeah, so I had to pretend I was someone
Alex.
else. Alex,
Alex?
yes. Oh, yeah, it was Alex. So the people that were just singing.
The
and dancing,
performers?
The performers were amazing, but I love Juan Gabriel. Juan Gabriel is
Yes, we've seen him
the
before.
bomb. Yes, we have seen him before.
So he also, I don't know what his name is, but we'll find it and we'll link it on here. So maybe you follow him because he's a great performer, and he sounds just like him.
Yeah, he sings live.
Yeah, he's an impersonator, and we had gone to
Garibaldi.
which we did another day, and we were like, "That's the same guy." And yeah,
When we
it was
took
the
my
same guy.
parents, yeah. We have videos, we have pictures. It was an amazing vibe. Everybody was singing. I mean, it was just great, with the exception that there was literally no windows open.
And people smoke.
And people smoking inside. They will literally light up a cigarette with another cigarette. It was
Yeah.
kind of crazy. But then I guess that's what happens when you're drinking, right? You just smoke and drink, smoke
I
and
don't
drink.
know. Like, I wanted to like throw a drink at that girl. She was right next to us. I couldn't breathe. My eyes hurt.
And then our booth was like oversized. So it kind of like took over like the walking path. So everyone that will walk through there going to the restroom will trip. It was just hilarious. Every 5 seconds there was someone tripping literally next to us. We make the best of it. We had a
Yes.
great time.
Definitely, if you go there, make sure you don't sit in that booth. It's the whole layout, and then the bathroom. It's literally the booth before you get to the bathroom. Don't sit there. Don't sit
Yeah.
there.
And the drinks and the food were good. You know,
Yes.
they weren't amazing. We had better, but
Oh
it
my
was
god,
good.
the fish taco I had was
You said it was
Chef's
the best.
kiss.
Yes.
Best. You have to have their fish taco.
We left home. We were super tired. And I guess we stopped. That's when we stopped at a Japanese place that was outdoorsy. Remember? Mm-hmm. We stopped in
Was it that day?
Roma. Yes.
So that's another community that's next to Condesa. It's called Roma. And it's also safe and super cute. And they have dog parks everywhere.
Tons of dog parks, yeah. We still have our group chat with Esteban and Carlos of us talking shit about our experiences in Mexico City. One of them in particular, Carlos, is a very reserved, private, and extremely nice guy. Like I said extremely because even in the worst situations, he has the best outcome. Like he always so polite. Even when the lady was pissing me off at Volaris. I was so mad at her, and Carlos is like, sí, yo entiendo. I looked at him, I go, no entendemos, culero. Don't say anything.
Because it was so backwards. She's like, no, you have to have been here. And I'm like, that was 7 minutes ago. Like, you can't just let 7 minutes go. And she was like, no, there's nothing we could do. What they do is that they sell your tickets, but that's a whole nother thing. Then when they're telling us that's it, go, like, come back. And we're like, okay, I want to make sure we're going to come back. And she was like, no, just 1 hour. I'm like, if that were the case, then why aren't you checking us in now? So we came 3 hours anyways, right? We still came 3 or 2 hours before because we don't want to go, like, you tell us something else and now we come back and then we still can't get on our flight.
Yeah.
And then they put us, we had upgraded our seats to first class, but Carlos and Esteban, they had two and they weren't giving them to them. Well, whatever. But they weren't giving them to them. So we're like, no, make sure that you get your premium seats.
And sometimes you don't have a choice because Volaris is the only one that will take you directly there and won't make any stop. So you kind of stuck with them. You know, at the end of the day, they do have a lot of flights. They run all day long. So it's like, it leaves you without a choice. But it is what it is.
But he is so polite.
He's very polite. And I call her Señora de las Lomas, you know, because he's just like a Señora de las Lomas, you know. He doesn't drink much. He's always taking care of his husband. He's always like, chicas, vamos a hacer esto. You know, he's like the mom of it all, of us all, although we are older than him. He acts like the mom of us. And, you know, we had an amazing time. So,
and he dances like this at the end of the night.
Señora de las Lomas.
Because he can't. It's like, what? It was 3 o'clock in the morning. We're still going. He's just like
his eyes, literally, one of them is shut, the other one is open. You know what? I'm going to ask him for a picture and post it here too, because he can do that too. And then we also went to, oh my God, what did we do? The fucking architectural. Oh my God, I can't even.
Chaltepeque? What is it?
No, not Chaltepec.
No, Xochimilco.
We went to Xochimilco, but it was raining hard.
But we got some really good pictures. And what you should experience, what we saw is they have a drag brunch at Xochimilco the day after the parade. Unfortunately, we waited too long and we didn't get tickets in time. So if you want, I think that it would have been such a better experience if we had been able to get those tickets, because these little boats that are connected to each other and they were having their own party on Xochimilco, the little lake.
I thought the reason why we didn't book them is because they were only offering beer. Ticket was almost $100 per person.
No, I thought you checked and they were sold out.
No. Yeah, but they opened up a new one and we decided not to go because the $100 does not include transportation. It only includes the actual
and we already had a driver.
Exactly, and beer.
And I don't drink beer.
You or Carlos don't drink beer.
Because you did have to reach out and ask them, right?
Yes.
Yeah, then I don't think it's worth it, because that would have been, I wouldn't have been able to drink the whole time.
Yeah, because just getting there, they don't charge you per person.
So guys, if you're watching this and you're the one in charge of that drag branch, bring liquor. Not all of us drink beer.
We would have gone.
And good liquor, because I won't drink any bottom shelf.
Yes, you heard her. We'll send this video to him. I follow him on Instagram.
But I love what you do for our community.
Yes, it was great. We saw you guys actually pass by.
Yes, it looked like so much fun.
Only thing, it was raining. I think it would have been better if it wasn't raining, because then you have to close the little windows so the water doesn't get in. Whatever. It was fun. We had an amazing time, and then we also went to the ruins. Right?
Yes.
And
that was a workout, and it was fun.
No, not Chichen Itza. It's in Cancun.
We'll put it on here because I know we have it. But the ruins, that was a fun experience. Beautiful energy. I love going to ruins. I always feel a lot of energy. I mean, sometimes you feel other things, but it's really beautiful energy. And it was a lot of them. We thought it was only one part, and then they send us another direction, and you just keep going and going and going. So if you go there, make sure that you hit up the whole spot. The experience is probably about an hour long.
Yeah.
So you think that you find the first pyramids and that's it, but there's so much more. So you have to keep going.
Before that, we ended up doing the pyramids because we had booked our hot air balloon experience the same day, and that didn't happen. I guess the winds were too high or too fast.
I said, God, if I'm going to die today by going on these balloons, please don't let me get on that balloon.
And he didn't let you.
And God said, got you.
Yeah.
However, we woke up so early and we were so
4
prepared
o'clock.
to go.
We woke up at 4. We got there by 6, and it didn't happen. Whatever, it happens.
Because we wanted it to be sunrise.
Yes.
Next time.
I definitely want to do that next time we go. And then we ended up at the, oh my God, I'm trying to still think about the name of.
Before I forget, so the company that we went with will also post it on here. There are different companies that do the air balloons, and some of the air balloon companies still went up, and they were having to bring them down by emergency. Like they were on their intercoms, like saying that they started bumping into each other because the winds were not allowing. And what they told us is that there are companies out there that are willing to take that risk. That company that we went to would not and does not. And the driver that lives there told us this is the only company that I recommend because they're the only ones that follow the rules. So we'll make sure to put it on here because that's true. We saw other balloons and we're like, well, why are they up? And then we saw that they were bumping into each other, and that's super dangerous.
They were bumping into each other?
Mm-hmm. You didn't see that they were like this?
No, you see.
That's what the guy said. He was like, it's because they're bumping into each other.
What?
You don't remember that he was like on the intercom and he was like, well, we're not going to make this happen. And then they were like this and they're like, it's because they're going into each other.
Wow. No, that's super scary. If you bump into
nobody
another...
was screaming and nobody was falling off, but I'm assuming they're not supposed to be close to each other at all.
No, they're not supposed to. But anyways, I didn't hear that part.
Oh no, I was like this. I was like, because I could see the tension. I could see that they were trying, like they blew them up. First, it took forever for them to blow them up. So they have a balloon and the balloon was going like this all the way. Like, I guess to test out the winds. And we were like there 45 minutes and they still hadn't lit them up. And then they finally light them up and the balloon's still like kind of doing that. And the guy's like on the phone and he was like, yeah, we're going to bring them down. Like he was talking to another crew saying that they were going to bring the other ones down. And I was like laser focused. Like, I'm not going on this balloon and dying today.
Because you were scared.
I mean,
You were.
I know, but don't you listen?
I didn't hear all of that. I was super tired. I went back to the car and took a nap, remember?
Well, yeah, after that, I went with you to take a nap.
Then we decided to go back to the hotel and rest because we were getting ready for our 9:45 p.m. reservation at one of the top restaurants, or at least known restaurants that are 5-star.
It has a Michelin
star, Pujol. And we've been wanting to go to that restaurant for a long, long time. And we were lucky enough to have had a reservation made for us. It was super late at night, 9:45. And the experience lasted for 3 hours. It's a total experience. It was amazing. But let me just back up a little bit. A couple of people that I know that have been there. I mean, I want to say even the driver that was driving us around told us, eat before you go because whatever they feed you, it's not enough. Everyone told us that. So there's a top.
And they had gone to get tattoos.
Yes.
So that's important.
There is a stand. It's called El Taco Naco. They're all over Mexico City. I don't know if they're somewhere else, but they're so good and they're open 24/7. So it was across the street
hadn't tried
from
it
our
yet.
restaurant, and we're up from our hotel, and we were hungry. So we were like, you know what? Let's have a taco or two. Well, we have 2 or 3 tacos each, and that was before dinner. So by the time we got to dinner at Pujol, we weren't like super hungry, but we were a little bit hungry. Well, tell me why the second course came and we were already
All of us
full.
couldn't eat anymore.
We couldn't even eat anymore. Our friend Carlos, he
Doesn't eat seafood.
doesn't eat seafood, and
Like three
he
of
tried
the actual meal
courses.
or seafood, raw seafood.
So he tried. He will grab the fork and the knife. He's like, and he'll cut it and he'll cut it and he'll cut it. He's like, yeah, no, and we'll give it to us or to his husband to eat. It was an experience, definitely a
How
place
much was
I
it per
recommend.
person?
Jeez, I think it was like 3,800 pesos a person.
Which is what?
I don't know. I have to do the math.
I'm just saying, like, was it worth the experience? I definitely thought
definitely.
because some of the people thought it was super expensive, and then they have at the end this
36 or
mole.
40.
It's aged, so it's really, really delicious. You guys have to try it, and it's a beautiful place.
Beautiful place, amazing service.
The service, yeah, it's
Food,
exceptional.
exceptional. Yeah, everything was really, really top notch. I wish we didn't had eating those tacos. The tacos were so good, but I wish we were on an empty stomach.
Yeah.
So-
and that was because earlier that day I wanted to walk around and I just ended up walking around by myself. Was that Condesa where I was walking around?
Yeah.
And I got my hair blow dried and stuff. So I went to a salon while they were getting a tattoo. Tattoos also, there's great tattoo artists there. She'll add the person that did her tattoo, but she ended up getting a tattoo and so did Esteban, one of our other friends. And that's why they were starving by the time they got out because they hadn't ate since breakfast. And it was definitely go on an empty stomach.
If you want to go to Pujol, don't eat. Don't eat before your reservation because, they're small, tiny plates, but they're pretty fulfilling. And there's like
courses,
six
right?
courses. Mm-hmm. Plus you're drinking and everything. So it's best. I mean, unless you have a huge appetite, and I know Esteban can eat, and he was full. I mean, I don't know. Maybe if we would have taken Saul, he would have been okay with it, but I don't know.
What about your experience with your tattoo? Did you like the tattoo place that you went to?
I love the tattoo place. I love the owner. It was great. It was a great experience. I mean, it was quite fast. I wish I would have had my other tattoo done that same time, but I didn't really like the outcome of the drawing, so I decided not to do it.
Yeah, and it's permanent. What else did we do? So then Pujol was the last thing we did there, right? The next day we just did some more breakfast. Oh, there's so many incredible breakfast places. Every day we had the best food, but I want to say my favorite, was it Madame or something like that? It's the one where the lady read my hand.
Oh,
that was my favorite.
Yes, I'm so bad with names. I wish I can remember.
But we'll make sure to post all those places because when you go, you've got to try them.
Yes. I mean, even people that live there have told us that they don't even know, that they still get lost in the city because there's so much and so many places to go to. So even if you go there for a week or 2 weeks, I don't think you're going to be able to do everything that you really want to do. So that's why, we have taken, little breaks here and there, and then we go back and do the other things that we weren't able to do because at the end of the day, it's a vacation and you also want to relax a little bit. And we didn't do any of that. We didn't really relax. I mean, it was an amazing trip. Definitely we're going again. I think that's an annual trip that we have to go to. Yeah, the takeaways. Eat, but not before Pujol. Eat everything that you can. Everything is delicious.
If you haven't been, you must go to the Lucha Libre.
Lucha Libre, 100%. Yeah, take advantage of the nightlife because there's so much to do.
Oh, and then we had also gone to dinner another night. I think it was the last day that we were there, to our favorite Greek place, Philos? Ilios.
Yes, Ilios está en Polanco. It is one of our favorite places to go to. We went to the other Ilios in Cancun and Playa del Carmen.
Completely different vibe, but a lot of fun.
The vibe in Playa del Carmen was popping. It was so much fun. Honestly, it was my favorite. I like the romantic side of the Mexico City, but the fun and the music and everybody dancing and the dancers, that was pretty dope.
And we'll share that trip, the takeover trip that we did with the kids last week, week and a half ago.
It was
with
so much fun.
Next time.
Yeah, so I mean, we can talk about our CDMX trip for a very long time because we have so many things that happened. Definitely our friends made it 10 times better because they were amazing. I can't say that we're the easiest people to travel with, but they made us feel so comfortable.
Oh my God, they were so easy to travel with.
No, we.
Oh, you can't say that we are.
You can't say that we are the easiest people to travel with because my wife is a little picky and she likes what she likes and she doesn't what she doesn't. So, and sometimes she doesn't want to walk anymore and she wants to do this and she wants this. So yeah, it is. We're not the easiest people to travel with, but at the end of the day, we had an amazing time. We made fun of each other the whole trip. And it was your turn, then it was my turn, it was Carlos, then it was Esteban. And, we did the Chilango thing.
Yes. So definitely place to go, Ciudad Mexico.
Yes. Thank you so much for joining us. We can't wait for the next episode to air.